Hello, this is Gradye Parsons. This is our continuing series on our Foundations of Polity, which is the front section of our Book of Order, which was approved this past summer in July. Today we're looking at F10205, Christ is the Foundation of the Church. It reads, "In Christ all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through Christ God reconciled all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of the cross. In Christ's name, therefore, the church is sent out to bear witness to the good news of reconciliation with God, with others, and with all creation. In Christ, the church receives its truth and appeal, its holiness, and its unity." And this pairs up with the Westminster Confession and the larger catechism, questions 65 and 66. What special benefits do members of the invisible church enjoy by Christ? The members of the invisible church by Christ enjoy union and communion with Him in grace and glory. And then in the next question, the union which the elect have with Christ is the work of God's grace, whereby they are spiritually and mystically, yet really and inseparably, joined to Christ as their head and husband, which is done in their effectual calling. Now this is there's a lot of jewels in this little section here in the Foundations of Polity. It covers a great deal of things, but some of the basics that are there is that in Christ we have received these gifts, and part of these gifts are this reconciling work that God is doing. We know, Corinthians talks about even the creation is groaning to be reconciled, and here we make that plain when we talk about whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of the cross, reconciliation with God, with others, and with all of creation. This thing of putting things back together. Bringing things back together, making things whole again, making things whole that are broken, whole that are torn apart, whole that are away from each other. And this last sentence is a real jewel. In Christ, the church receives its truth and appeal, its holiness, and its unity. I think we have to remember in our church that part of our church has to be attracted to others. We have to have people who are friendly and welcoming. We have to have a facility that people can have access to, that people feel safe to bring their children to the nursery. People feel if they have disabilities they can maneuver around the church. All those kinds of things are important. But the heart of our appeal is Jesus Christ. And that needs to be forefront when we think about how we are sharing the good news of our ministries, how we are sharing the good news of God and welcoming people into our congregations. The appeal is Jesus Christ. And also it says that in Jesus Christ, Christ is our unity, that God has brought us together in Jesus Christ. So whether you and I feel unified or not, whether we may be at an amends apart from each other, where we may have something between us, some argument, some disagreement, some theological thing we're arguing about, or some other piece of church debate that we're in, our unity is not based on how you and I are doing. Our unity is based in Jesus Christ. That's the real heart of our unity, because there is no other way that we have to be related to each other except in Jesus Christ. And we have that in common everywhere. This unity that is a gift from God, a gift that is in Jesus Christ. So what I want to ask you is two questions this week. I want to ask you, what is the real appeal of your congregation? When you think about how your congregation is attracted to the people out in the world, what is the real appeal of that? Is it your physical plan? Is it your people? Or is it really this love of Jesus Christ? And also, how do you experience the unity that is in Jesus Christ? How do you experience the unity of that person that maybe you're at odds with in your church, or that person that you're not so sure about in your Sunday school class? How do you experience that unity? Is it unity based on how much you like each other, or is it unity based on the fact you've been given a gift in God, in Jesus Christ? So think about these two questions and challenge yourself. What's appealing about our church, and what is the unity of our church that we truly celebrate? Is it us, or is it Jesus Christ? Thank you, and we'll talk again.